Detroit 2 by Big Sean. Big Sean has taken some time away from the spotlight in recent years and seems to have came back in better mental and physical shape. He has crafted his highly anticipated sequel to his mixtape Detroit 2, as his 5th album. How do we feel about it? Here's our honest review of Detroit 2 by Big Sean.
She didn't remember what it sounded like because she recorded that back in March when we thought the album was actually going to come out.
Oh, word? Dang. That's how long we've been waiting, man.
Yes, sir. We weren't even quarantined yet.
Dang. That's wild.
It probably was recorded in February, hoping the album would drop in March.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. How do you feel about this album artwork, man?
First sight of it, I was just like, oh, there's 4 people up in the air. I don't know why I like it. I just do. I can't really break down what it mean. I like all the use of flowers. Maybe just like giving Detroit their flowers or something like that. But if it has some other kind of significance, I'm not sure. I just like how it looked. For some odd reason, it's just a really simple photo, but I just like how it looks.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty cool, man. I like the whole everybody's floating in the air, the big bouquet of flowers. I actually thought that was pretty dope when I turned on Apple Music that morning and it was a picture of Sean and all the flowers. I don't even like flowers, but it gave it a really nice aesthetic for the picture, and I feel like it does the same here. The flow of this project, man, I didn't feel this way initially, but by the time I get all the way to number 20 with Stevie Wonder, I felt like he was pretty much single-handedly trying to like bring love and everybody together in the rap game, not just in Detroit though. It felt like it was from all over, and that's the vibe I got for this project. It was about love, it was about growth. Big Sean talked about so much real stuff in this project. If you can't take anything away from this, I think you're not listening. And I feel like the flow of this is just growth, especially from his last project. You just see so much growth.
I mean, I couldn't put it better in a way myself. Like, the whole project, it was just constant, like, damn. Like, I don't think I got that from Big Sean in a minute. So, throughout the whole project, I was just like, man, he's showing out.
Highlights, man. Look, so since I feel like this album is so good, I'm just going to talk about the songs that I feel like are really exceptional. First off, Lucky Me. He talked about some real stuff in here. That whole thing about the heart issue. Man, hey, y'all better read up on Dr. Sebi and learn something about holistic medicine, because, man, that would have been crazy if he had to get a pacemaker at 18 years old. That would have been crazy. Deep Reverence featuring Nipsey Hussle. Man, this is one of the realest songs on this album. I feel like Big Sean just decided to just crack it open and just spill his whole soul out there. I love the whole line about pretty much talking about the law of attraction in his own way and everything like that. Nipsey went off on this joint. Man, love hearing that dude's voice, man. He has one of the most distinct voices in hip hop. Wolves, man, featuring Post Malone, was actually really good. I was actually shocked that I would actually like the song. Body Language featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Jhené Aiko. Really dope. Love the beat. Love the way it sounds and everything like that. I thought that was dope. A song that I didn't think I would really like that much when it initially came on, and I don't even see it, but oh yeah, Zen the Fuck Out. Oh, that joint was hard. I was just like, okay, Big Sean, this is normally a song that I would probably skip from you, but this joint was super hard. He kind of kept with that new age energy. Guard Your Heart featuring Anderson .Paak, Ely Mack, and Wale is beyond dope. I couldn't believe that joint. Full Circle featuring K-Way and Diddy. Yeah. That beat is just eerie and dope as fuck. Like, I don't even know where they would have found that, like where K-Way found the sample or what he was thinking when he was playing that. I felt like he was in a sunken place making that beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was in a sunken place and the upside down at the same time. Like, that beat is super hot fire. Respect It featuring Young Thug. I couldn't believe I actually really enjoyed that song, man. I thought they had some really good energy. Don Life featuring Lil Wayne was another song that I was just like, man, the baddest. I love the way they flipped the Pharoah Monch sample. they killed it. It sounded really dope. The way he flowed on it was crazy. And Still I Rise, bro. Yo, after that story by Stevie Wonder, bro, that joint was that story was really touching, man.
Yeah,
and
it really
then
was. Really
following the lyrics that Big Sean said on Still I Rise, man, I almost dropped a tear listening to that, man. This was really good.
Yeah, man. I want to point out.
I still named too many songs.
The story interludes on here were phenomenal. I really love Dave's story. I thought that was great. I love Erykah Badu's part, and I love Stevie Wonder. It really kind of just like usually interludes distract you from the album some bit, but it actually put it all together. From the get-go, man, why would I stop? Right into Lucky Me. What a way to start an album, especially for Big Sean standards. I think, like, you know, since everybody's been waiting for it, that was the perfect way to start the album, especially when it went in Lucky Me, because I felt like that was just the trademark Big Sean way to go in on something, and I think he killed it. Deep Reverence, amazing. Body Language, amazing. I really enjoyed Everything That's Missing just because the sound of it.
It was too real.
Like, the words, the production, everything, man. Zen the fuck out. That's just something you need to put on whenever you need to zen the fuck out. Like, for real, for real. Guard Your Heart, it was amazing. At the time, I wasn't looking at the track list, so as soon as I heard Anderson .Paak's voice, I was like, oh, okay. As soon as I heard Wale, I was just like, oh, man, this is it right here.
And Wale was on his conscious, super conscious shit right there.
Yes. Full Circle, fire. Don Life was really, really dope.
I'm not tripping, right? That was K-Way rapping at the beginning.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Friday Night Cypher. I enjoyed the hell out of it, even though I don't like most of these rappers in here. Most respect, but I love what they brought to this cypher, if that makes any sense. Because, of course, I love Eminem and Royce and Big Sean's verse. But I actually, when I listen back to it, I'm just like, these verses ain't bad from everybody else. They were actually really, really good. And Still I Rise was a great way to go out on the album. Everything else I mentioned, I'll talk about that later.
Lowlights. I actually don't really have a lot negative to say about this. Normally, when it comes to Big Sean albums, there's usually these very glaring points on the album where I'm just like, oh man, I felt like that song took the album like on the off ramp. I felt like he stayed on task with this one, man. He gave us some real stuff to talk about. He gave you something that you could twerk to, but there's still some real like talk involved in the songs that have that stuff included with it. And as much as I want to pick apart people's verses on the Friday Night Cypher, as a whole, I thought the song actually came out really solid. Like you said, obviously Eminem and Royce and Big Sean, like the line that had me really sitting there thinking is, I never thought I'd see Kobe die before Magic. Yeah. Like, I was just like, yeah. Damn, bro. But yeah, I don't really have any lowlights for this project, man. I think this is Big Sean's most complete project.
I just didn't enjoy Wolves. That was my. I enjoy Big Sean, but Post Malone could have been left off of that. I have to say,
you know, I don't like that guy.
So
I was surprised. I enjoyed it.
It just didn't. It felt kind of forced to me. I didn't really feel like Post Malone. You know, I like some of Post Malone's songs, but I didn't feel like that should have been the right feature for that song, in my opinion.
If there's a song that I would remove from the project, though, it would be Lithuania. I felt like it wasn't necessary.
Okay.
It still is pretty cool though. Yeah. They got a music video for it.
Oh, okay.
Final thoughts, man. Look, like I said, I think this is Big Sean's most complete project as far as his career goes. This is the most complete project he's dropped since the first Detroit. That's actually saying a lot, because the first Detroit had that joint that I love with Kendrick and Royce the 5'9". I'm glad they linked back up on this. Loved, like you said, all of the skits and everything. It helped drive the narrative of the project. Real talk throughout. Loved it, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like, you know, he delivered with this one, even though we've been waiting for it. I mean, he delivered the project, man. He delivered something that I think he has something literally for everybody here. And at the most of that, I mean, I think he just raised the caliber of his artistry with this album, man, because, you know, he just keeps on turning up. So shout out.
Final grade, man. This is super easy for me. I'm giving it a check. How does it feel for you to have 3 of the best albums of the year coming out of your state? Royce, Eminem, and Big Sean.
I think feel pretty good. Pretty good, as I say. I can give it a check as well, because I mean they killing the game right now. So I'll at them.
So your city out here celebrating?
Hell Yeah, I'm celebrating. Even though I ain't from Detroit.
No, I mean, but it's your state, though.
It is my state. Yeah, it is my state.
That's what I'm saying. Your state got to celebrate this. When's the last time Detroit had 3 of the best albums of the year?
That is a great question, though.
Probably never.
No?
At the same time?
Oh, at the same time.
At the same time.
Okay. I'm about to say.
2020, 3 of the best albums of the year are from Detroit. That Grammy nomination, if they're being accurate, should have 3 Detroit artists.
I'm glad you said that.
In the nomination. I mean, and they're never accurate.
Yeah.
But it should be 3 nominations.
It should be. It should. Yeah. You're right. It should be. Shout out.
Shout out to Detroit.
Yeah, man.